Hi, my name is Gabriel with WPBiz Plugins. But in this video I am going to demonstrate how the testimonials part of the plugin works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add testimonials to the database, and then I'm going to display the testimonials on the website and show you how easy that is to do. So I've put a number of placeholders here on the website. So you can see here, for instance, I want to put testimonials here stacked on top of each other. I want to put animated testimonials here. And finally, I want to go to the start page of the website and I want to add testimonials 3 per row in line. So this will look something like this. I'll have a testimonial going here, and then they'll continue down like this and stack on top of each other on the page. This part will be an animated testimonials, which means that we'll get a box something like this, which will contain all of our testimonials, but in a slideshow, so they will slide in and out. And finally, if we go to the start page of this website, scroll down, you can see that we have a section here called What Our Customers Say. Put 3 testimonials in line is a placeholder I've put here. So I want to have a testimonial here, a testimonial here, and a testimonial here. So I'm going to go back to testimonials. These are common places where you might want to place testimonials on your actual website, which is why I choose them. And by doing this, I'll show you how to add the testimonials through the native WordPress editor buttons when you edit a page, like this is. This is a regular WordPress page. And how to add them through adding a widget, like you will do here, or rather, like I will do here. Because this is a sidebar in my theme, which supports widgets, so I'll show you how to add it using widgets as well. But okay, so let's get right into it. Let's go to the dashboard. And on this install, I've installed the local Business Superpack plugin and I've configured it. If you don't know how that works, you should watch my first video, which goes through that quite thoroughly. Anyway, testimonials. You'll reach everything that has to do with testimonials in here. It has to do with adding testimonials. I've added a bunch of example testimonials here, and I'm going to show you when I add another example testimonial, just so you can see how it looks when you actually add stuff to the database. But if we start by pressing on testimonials, clicking testimonials, you'll see that we get the testimonials listed here. So I have already put 3 testimonials in here. Now, a fancy little thing that you can do here is if you want to rearrange stuff, it's just a simple matter of grabbing and rearranging things. And this goes for all of the different components of the plugin. So employees, customer, logotypes, and showcases. You can drag and drop things as you like to rearrange here. But what we're going to do now is we're going to add another testimonial. So in order to do that, you press add testimonial here or here. I'm going to press here. And then I've prepared a little sheet for me. sheet. I can never pronounce that. A little sheet document, that's easier. A sheet document of a testimonial, a fictional testimonial. But this is the screen of adding a testimonial. You can see that you need to provide a name. And then there's a bunch of fields that are optional. So you should read this and really think about that. You can leave out any field of information you do not have or do not find relevant to your website. So the only thing you really have to add to this dialog is the name and the actual testimonial. Nothing else has to be added. But okay, so you can add a position, for example, CEO. You can add an email. If you add an email, their name will link to their email address in the testimonial. You can add a company if that matters. If you have corporate customers, it might be more relevant what the company is than the actual person. So you can add a company here. You can add a company website URL, which makes the company name link to the company website. And then finally, the most important thing is that you can add an image. And this should be a portrait image. It will work with most images, but you should make it a portrait image. And then finally, you put the actual testimonial here. So I'm going to demonstrate this by adding a little fake testimonial that I made up. And this is my sheet document. We have a guy here called Peter Placeholder. He is, let's say he's the CEO of Imaginary Houses, Inc. And he has an email of peter.placeholder at wpsplugins.com. Not very realistic, but still. And we'll put my own website in here, just for demonstrational purposes. Okay, and now we're going to add an image. And I've already uploaded a bunch of images here that I want to use. So I'm going to use this one. You might recognize this guy. His name is Peter Placeholder, nothing else. And then we're going to add the actual testimonial. So you can see here that I've written a fake testimonial, or rather a fictional testimonial. So I copy that text, paste it here. And that's it. We'll accrue. His name is Peter Placeholder, good. His position is CEO, his email is this, his company is this, his company website URL is this, and this is his testimonial and his image. Great. We'll publish this if we're ready. Let's wait for it for... Yeah, okay, so the testimonial has been added. Great. So this concludes the first part of the video, because now we've actually added testimonials. If we go to all testimonials here, all testimonials, you can see everything listed here, and we can, as I showed before, we can rearrange these as we want. I'll put Peter Placeholder on top, just for no real reason. Anyway, we'll go back here to the dashboard. Okay, so the second part of the video and the thing we're going to do now is we're going to add the output of the plugin to the actual website. So if we go back to the testimonials page, you remember that we had the placeholder here. We want to put all of our testimonials on this site, or rather on this page, stacked on top of each other. And we want to put an animated version of the testimonials up here, so it's always in the sidebar. And then we also want to put it on the front page. So we'll start by adding it, all of the testimonials stacked on top of each other here. In order to do that, we're gonna have to look up our testimonials page. So I'll press pages here, go to testimonials, and I'll press edit. And you can see right away that we have a button in the native WordPress editor called the local Business Superpack. So this is the button from where you'll add all of the components of the plugin to the normal pages or any other type of content that support this editor. So if you press this, you can see that we get all of the different components in the submenu. So we have business information, testimonials, employees, customer logos, showcases, Google Map, and route planners. And in each submenu, there's display options. These only relate to how the information is displayed. And I'm going to explain that here now when we add testimonials. So this is where we want to add the testimonials stacked on top of each other. So I'll delete this and I'll press here. I'll go to testimonials. And I'm going to select one of 3 display options here. Now, as the icons indicate, inline is putting several testimonials on one line, or several testimonials on each row rather. Stacked is putting all of the testimonials on one row each on top of each other. And then animation is putting all of the testimonials in one place, but like a slideshow. But we're going to add stacked now, so we'll press this. You can see that we get a configuration dialog. This should be fairly self-explanatory, but I'll go through it anyway as we progress through. Okay, so the first thing we need to select is the amount of testimonials to print. And we want to print all of them on this particular place. So we're going to print all. Do we want to get random testimonials? What that means is we want to randomize the output of the testimonials. And no, we don't want to do that. That doesn't make much sense. It will make more sense on the front page, as we'll only display 3 testimonials there, but we'll start with not randomizing here. And we want to use schema.org markup. Yes, we do. You almost always want to use schema.org markup. If you don't quite understand what I mean with schema.org markup, or you're not quite familiar with it, go to the documentation of this plugin, and there's a section explaining structured data and schema.org markup quite thoroughly. In short, it relates to SEO and kind of marking up your data in a way that Google and other search engines can actually understand. So it's more or less for SEO benefit. But okay, let's leave that yes. And if you only want to print a testimonial from a specific person, enter that person's full name here. And no, we want to print everything. But otherwise, if, for instance, I only want to to print Peter Placeholder's testimonial, I can put Peter Placeholder in here like this, and that will only show his testimonial. But okay, we feel done here, and you can see that it outputs a shortcode. Great. Now when we preview changes here, we should see all of our testimonials printed on the page. Okay, and we can see right away here that we have all of the testimonials printed on top of each other, like a section like this. Okay, great. So we can read the testimonial here. We can also we can email Peter Placeholder, and we can press here to come to his website and things like that. And for the other customers who don't have any website or anything like this, there's just their names here and the pictures. Okay, great. So that's the first part. Now we're going to add the testimonials animated here as well. That could be a nice thing to have in the sidebar of your website, just because this will appear on all of the pages, these included. Not the start, because that doesn't have a sidebar, but still. So if we go back, press that. We'll just update this because we're done with this now. That change was good enough. So we'll keep that, and we'll go to dashboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to add one of our widgets to the sidebar. So we're going to add a testimonial widget to the sidebar in the form of animation. So in order to do that, we'll go to Appearance, we'll go to Widgets, press that, and we'll look through. You can see that the theme I use exposes quite a lot of sidebars, so that can be useful. Your theme might look different here, probably has fewer sidebars. But okay, so here's our primary sidebar, and this is our placeholder. It's a regular text widget that I've added just to show where I want to add stuff. So it shows you that what our customers say, put animated testimonials here. So we'll start by deleting this. And when we scroll down, you can see that the plugin has automatically added a widget for each and every component of the plugin. So we're going to look up the testimonials widget. Take that, pull that up here, and we're going to place that there. And you can see that you right away get exposed with a configuration dialog similar to the one that we used when we added the testimonials to the actual testimonials page. So we'll just go through and configure this. We'll set the title, what our customers say. And then the style, remember that we wanted to use the animation. So we'll click here and we'll select animation. How many testimonials do you want to print? Well, we want to print all of them. Do we want to randomize them? Actually, yes, we can do that, because that will change the way they are exposed slightly. They will make, a different exposure, which is good. Do you want to use schema or markup? Well, yes, we'll do that. And we'll save. And when we refresh the page here now, we should see our testimonials animated here. Refresh. And we can see that we have our testimonials animated here. Now the animation speed is set quite low, only to because you should have time to actually read these. That's the point. You can see that it slides in and out like that. You also have a slide controller down here, so you can just change these as you like, go back and forth through them. And that's it. That's how easy it is to add the animated testimonials type. Now, in general, before we progress, it's generally not a very good idea to add several types, to add the same content several times like I've done here. This is only for demonstrational purposes. Google generally doesn't like it when you add the same content several times to your website. But anyway, it's just a little side note. Now remember, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the start page of this website, and we're going to add the testimonials down here. What our customers say. Put 3 testimonials in line here. Okay, great. So we can shut down this little tab. We're done with that. We'll go back to our admin section. We'll press dashboard. And we have to look up our start page. So we'll go to pages. And we will go to start and press edit. Okay, so now we're at our glorious start page in the WordPress editor. So we'll scroll down here and find the relevant section. See that here it is. Put 3 testimonials in line here. Okay, great. So I'll mark that. I'll press delete on that. And then I'll actually put this align left just so nothing gets weird. But okay. So we'll press local business superpack. We'll press testimonials. And this time we're going to add this inline. So we'll press that inline. And we'll get the same configuration dialog. This time we want to print only 3. And we want to randomize them because that'll make different testimonials appear on the website in a different order each time, which might be nice, or it might not be nice. It matters on your preferences. But okay, so we'll press OK here. And now we're going to preview the changes. We'll scroll down, and you can see that we have everything here printed in line. So that's basically it. Now, just to demonstrate, we could also change this to print 2 testimonials on the front page instead, make them get a little bit more room. So we'll redo this. Press 2 here instead. Take random inline. Okay. Preview changes. And we'll scroll down. And you can see that we have 2 testimonials here instead. But generally you want to add 3. That's the thing that looks best. But okay, so that's basically it. That's basically how easy it is to add testimonials and how easy it is to manage them. So each time you add more testimonials, they'll appear automatically on your website according to your settings. Sorry, I just need to update that again. And one final note, if we go back to the dashboard, is that there's also, of course, a bunch of configuration options. So if we go to Local Business Superpack and we go to the Testimonials tab, you'll be met with lots and lots and lots of fields. I'm not going to go into depth in these because it's better if you dig through these alone and kind of get a hang of what they are and what they do. But you can control things in the back end. You can control the output theme easily here. You can add your own custom CSS. I've added the classes or CSS selectors for almost everything here, so you can easily just add that. You can add pause times, or rather you can change the animation options here as well easily. You can add controls or remove the page widgets and things like that. So test this. The only thing I will note and I will emphasize though is this one, taxonomy for arranging testimonials. You can read more about that in the documentation for the plugin, but basically if you have testimonials for different areas of your website or different areas of your business, you can very easily divide your testimonials and categorize them. You need to go here and enable the taxonomy for arranging testimonials. And then you'll get to, every time you add a testimonial or edit a testimonial, you'll be able to categorize it. And then when you add the output to your website, you'll be able to choose a category, or rather type the category name that you want to output. So for instance, let's say that we have both corporate customers and private customers in our company. So we might want to add a headline here called corporate customers, and then we might want to add the categorize our testimonials to all the testimonials that are corporate customers under that type of heading, and then private customers and have them appear here. So that's quite easy to do, but you can read more about that in the documentation of the plugin. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and that'll be all for me for this time. Thank you.